This is a PhD research work that we're actually currently doing. You can see this 105 pages. The plan is to take the chapter, this just 1 to 3, and it's 105 pages. The plan is to take it to 160 pages because the whole PhD work should be close to 300 pages, meaning that chapter 1 to 3 should be around 160 or 150 pages. So let's look at it. Now, I guess the diagram you're talking about. This is Research Onion diagram. It's online. You can get it online. But the other diagram that you can put in your work, Research Approach, has its own diagram. The Research Approach diagram, inductive and inductive reasoning. So any diagram that you want to put in your work, you can get it online. But normally it's not necessary. The reason why I put diagram here is because I want to explain all the parts of research methodology in this chapter 3. I want to discuss all the parts of research methodology in this chapter 3. That's why I put a diagram there. And I have to explain every part of the diagram. But if you are not a research expert, you'll not be able to do that. So once you put this kind of diagram in your work, in your chapter 3, you are expected to discuss the diagram. Okay, but it's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. I can tell you that. It's not compulsory. Okay. All right. I hope you got that. So I'll suggest that, as I've addressed that, since it's a mixed method research, what AI tool do you personally recommend for writing a research, and why? They are trying to pick my brain. This is what I usually discuss in my PIT class. Okay, AI tool to do your research. There are many, but you know what? You can't use just one AI to do everything. You can't use one AI tool to do everything. It's not possible. All right. Because that's why I said that in the upcoming AI masterclass, I discussed more than 20 different AI tools. But we have AI tools that how would I say it now? Every AI tool has their roles. They are designed for different things. Are you with me? ChatGPT is not designed for research, but it can do research. I hope you understand that. ChatGPT can help you to write, but it's not designed for writing, as in academic writing, but it can help you out. Are you with me? The AI that are designed for academic writing are AIs that can help you to get journals, that can help you to chat with those journals, that can help you to get references from those journals. Let me just say this. Those are the AIs that have library. Every AI that has library, then those are the AI that you can use for your research. But you know what? All of them have different functionalities. Okay? I've used Perplexity before. I've used ChatGPT before. Currently I'm using ChatGPT for research, but I blend it with other AI tools. All right, Gemini, I use it. I use DeepSeek, I use it. But I use DeepSeek for analysis. Okay. I use Gen AI, I use SciSpace. There's an AI called Broim AI. There's AI called Cycly. That AI is used for citation and references. There's AI called Elicit AI. We have different kind of AIs. AI for data analysis, AI for literature review, AIs to do your presentation. Okay, we have AIs for that can help you to structure your work so that you can present effectively. So, sorry, we have different type of AIs. I can't give you everything, but if you attend my training, you're going to get everything. Okay. That was the next question. Can one use AI tools to analyze data? Yes, you can. That's a very straightforward question. Can you explain more on data analysis if possible? Wow. Data analysis if possible. Or the explanation is long. Do I really want to get into that? Okay, let me just say this. When you're talking about data analysis, we have descriptive and we have inferential analysis. Descriptive is where you have frequency, percentage, yeah, charts. Those are descriptive. Sorry, I want to blow my nose. Just give me a few seconds, please. All right. I hope I'm audible. Can you see if I'm audible? If you can hear me.
Yes, you are audible.
All right, Mr. Franklin, thank you. So I was talking about data analysis. So we have descriptive, we have inferential. Okay. Now, if you are talking about descriptive, those are just singular variables. Okay. If you say examine the influence, examine the perception of women on childbearing. That's a singular variable objective. Perception of women on childbearing, that is singular variable objective. So you are looking at a descriptive analysis. And most of the time, we are going to have a Likert scale questionnaire for that part, that particular objective. But if you now look at examine the influence of religion on perception of women on childbearing. Look at that statement. Look at that objective. Examine the influence of religion on the perception of women on childbearing. It means that you have that particular objective is two variable objective. Religion is one objective. The perception of women on childbearing is another objective. So you have two variables. Now, when you have that kind of objective, wow, I'm already going to research and data analysis. Anyway, when you have that kind of objective, you can either use descriptive analysis for them or you can use inferential. If you're talking about inferential analysis, you are talking about chi-square, ANOVA, correlation, regression, logistic analysis, factor analysis. I mean, there are plenty. I deal with that in my data analysis class. Now, how do you know which one to use? That will be solved by your questionnaire. Remember, we said that examine the influence of religion on the perception of women on childbearing. That's the objective. So if you now bring a questionnaire up and the questionnaire matches them together, and when you are asking questions, you are asking the question that is related to both variables together, and you are using Likert scale, then you are going to use descriptive analysis. Are you with me? But if you now separated questions on religion, separated questions on perception of women, separate questions, like you have section B, religion questions, section C, questions on childbearing, then we are going to use descriptive. So we are going to use inferential statistics. Inferential statistics are, I would say inferential statistics, yes, they are techniques that use more than one variables in analysis. So you have variables on religion, you have variables on perception, and you measure them separately. You ask questions on them separately. Then you can now use inferential statistics for that particular objective. So remember what I said, the first objective is a singular variable objective. Automatically, that particular objective is what? Is descriptive analysis. The second one can either be descriptive or inferential, depending on how you set up your questionnaire. So if you know that this particular question, I want to use inferential for it, it means that in your questionnaire, you ask questions separately. You don't join them together. Are you with me? Aha. Most people don't know this kind of explanation. You understand? But I think you got that now. So we have different type of analysis techniques. Okay. Well, I don't want to go too much into that. Okay, but you must understand when to use them. when should you use ANOVA? When should you use chi-square? What type of objectives goes with ANOVA? What type of objective goes with chi-square? What type of objective goes with regression, correlation? Okay, let me just say this. When you have objective that deals with relationship, then you are dealing with correlation and regression. But that's not the only thing. Regression analysis flows with continuous data and numerical data. Anyway, if you are talking of continuous data, automatically you are also talking of numerical data. So if you are going to use regression analysis, then you must make sure that your data set for that particular objective and that variable is continuous. All right. If you are talking about income is continuous variable. Perception is not continuous. Are you with me? Now that's regression. Correlation analysis is also relationship, effect of this on this. That is how this affect this. That is relationship. Now, when you are talking about significant differences, okay, you are now talking about chi-square. Are you with me? Anyway, then let me go deep into all this. All right, so let's move on to our question. The data analysis class will come up next month. Actually, that will come up next month. Okay. Can you analyze? Okay. How can one identify research gap in a downloaded journal and how to fill it when one is carrying out our own research? Well, just use AI. I can tell you, just use AI. But I don't know how many journals you want to download to start going through them one by one to get your research gap. Okay, just use AI. That's the best. Download like 30 or 40 journals, upload them on the AI you are using, and then ask AI to look at everything and help you form a research gap on them. But you know what I told us yesterday, you don't get research gap without not getting your problem. Since you are the one that is going to embark on the research, you should have a problem. And after that, let your problem be linked to research gap. How can one identify limitation in the study and fill it when carrying out one's research? Limitation is very simple. All right. If you are carrying out a primary data research, your respondents, are they easily accessible? If they are not easily accessible, that's one limitation. All right. If you are in UK and you are conducting research in Nigeria or conducting research in any of the African country, that's a limitation. Are you going to come down to that African country? That's limitation. Are you with me? Time constraints. That's some of my international clients, they will tell me that, please, you are submit our project within 2 months. That's time constraint. That's limitation. There's some research topics that is difficult to get journals for them online. That's limitation. Are you with me? You are going to feel to go and collect your data, and you're unable to get research assistants. Or you are able to get research assistant, but you are unable to speak the language of the people you are going to meet. All right. They can't hear, they can't communicate. Communication is an issue when you are collecting data. That's limitation. Are you with me? So we can have as many as possible. How can one publish in Scopus Index journal without them sending the paper back? Is a lie. You can't publish without them not sending back. There's something called peer review. That peer review junction is where people get lost, is where people get frustrated. But you can pass your peer review. It's very simple. I was talking to somebody today, all right, and I don't know if I can show us the chat, but let me show us the chat. So he said that I helped him to write his journal. Okay, let me say his manuscript. So he sent to his supervisor, and the supervisor said, all right, this is great. Go and look for journal, and then format your paper to suit the journal that you've picked, and then publish your work. So he sent me the text back. So I said, this is what your supervisor is saying. Go and look for the publishing institute or the publisher that will publish your work. But it's better that it's under Scopus. Listen, Scopus is not, how do I say it now? It's not on his own. Scopus is like a database that publishers are under them. Are you with me? They are under them. Okay, let me go into that. When I usually do writing and publishing of journals training, so we discuss that more in that training. But anyway, what I told the person today was that so get a journal that you want to publish with. Go to the site of that journal. Every journal usually puts templates on their website. Template means that how they want your work to look like. Like some journals will tell you they don't publish any work that is more than 20 pages. If your work is more than 20 pages, don't come to them. So the same department. Some journals, they want their paper to be 1.5. It's not, they are not looking for double line spacing. It's 1.5. Some will tell you is word count, not pages down. They deal with word count. There's some journals that they only deal with introduction, methodology, result, and conclusion. Once you put literature review in their paper, they will not collect it from your hand. So it's very simple. If you don't want your paper to be rejected, go to the website of that journal. Are you with me? Read about what they want. Are you with me? And tailor your paper to suit that. Follow their template. You cannot say you want to publish with PubMed. You understand? And then you are putting your paper in upper style. You are doing your reference in upper style. How many people have you seen with PubMed that are using upper style? They use more of Vancouver. Are you with me? So you check all these things out from the site of the publisher. All right, check the templates. Then you now tailor your work to suit that template. I know you send it to them. So the peer review team will go through your work. They will tell you this introduction, adjust this. They will tell you this particular citations is not in your references. So can you address it? Or they will, if you have a lot of citations that is not in your references, they will cancel your work totally. A lot of people do that a lot. You have citations that are not in the references. They will just say that you are a serious academic person. You understand? And a lot of people will have citation and have references. The reference is wrong. The references cannot give them the paper that flows with the citation. And all these people, in fact, the reason why people publish with Scopus, because Scopus, they are very strict. They will check everything they will check it before publishing your work. So if you publish with Scopus, well, you're on the fast track to be a very high person in the research world. So, but they're expensive anyway. They're kind of expensive. Journals under Scopus are expensive. So, but I will tell the person to register for the upcoming writing and publishing of papers next month. Can I get free Turnitin? There's no free Turnitin. sorry about that. And another question, I need further explanation on how to identify different gaps for masters. I think I've talked about that. Okay, different gaps for masters in nursing research topics. If you want to identify, okay, let me speak more of this. Speak more on this. If you want to identify research gaps can be from these places. It can be from the location. Okay, I will explain. It can be from the methodology. Let me start from methodology. Methodology says that I'm looking at the influence of religion on the perception of women on childbearing. That's my topic. All right. Now, somebody can say that influence of religion on the perception of women on childbearing in Ghana. Another person can look at that topic and say in Europe. The same topic, somebody can say in Accra, in Ghana. And someone can say in Sierra Leone. You know, the same topic for different location. Because normally, location can affect the perception of women. So for that kind of research, location is the research gap. Are you with me? Now, that particular topic can now come into place like this. You know, religion is one single variable among socio-economic characteristics. If you're talking about socio-economic characteristics, you're talking about age, sex, that's gender, religion, income, a lot of things. So another can come up, another person can come and say, my own topic will be the effect of socio-economic factors on the perception of women on childbearing. That particular research is more broader than the person that narrowed his own down to religion. That's the gap. You understand? Then you can say that, okay, most of the journals on this topic, they're actually selecting each of the social characteristics and measuring it against the effect of perception of women on childbearing. But in my own research, I want to combine all the characteristics together and measure it against the perception. Can you see? So you have different ways that your research gap can come in. You just have to sit down and think, and you have to. So somebody will need to really train you. Okay, all right, that is that. Also, how to determine type of data analysis for your objectives. Wow, you need to attend my training for that, but I think I've explained it a little bit. Okay, so in next question, in an era where AI tools are increasingly integrated into research flows, yes, is it realistic or even necessary to achieve zero AI usage? Well, you can achieve zero AI usage. Yes, by using a very good, very, very good humanizer. I mean, most of my work actually achieve zero AI usage. Of course, they pay me good money for it. But the fact is that if you are going to publish a paper, that's why you have a zero AI usage. If you write, you know, there's ethical way of using AI. They expect you to write at the end of your paper how you use AI, but they expect that you used AI. So you can now say that AI was used to brainstorm ideas, get journals online, but don't ever say that you use AI to write, because the work you submitted is actually 0% AI. But they expected that you used AI. Okay, so so the answer to your question is that you can have zero AI usage. But I think if you are publishing, I think they give room for like 5 or 10%. So if you have like 5 or 10% AI level, your work will still be accepted. What are the most effective approaches to conducting empirical research that meets both local relevance and international standards? Well, the first thing is that get their formats. Don't start any research without formats. That's the most effective approach. Get formats. Are you with me? The format will tell you what they are looking for. All right, get formats, and then understand research. You see, this is my ninth year in the research field. I've seen different kind of research, and I'll tell you what you only need is to understand research. Once you understand research, you can do anything. So when somebody said that, yeah, you want to do triangular something in research, well, that was the first time. I think that was like a few years ago. That was the first time I was hearing that kind of research. I said, really? I said, oh, okay. Can you give me the format? And I sent the format. When she sent the format, I said this format is not different from other format I've been doing. I've been using it. I said, oh, I will do it for you. I never even use AI because, sorry, but that time AI is not really existing. So master research and get the format, you'll be good. Next question, could you provide a clear step-by-step guide for writing conference and seminar papers that are suitable for publication? It's still format. It's still format. When people come to me and say, please, I want to write a journal, I will ask them, do you have a format? I don't have a format. Okay, I'll use my normal format for you. But if you want to write seminar papers, they will give you formats. I see somebody just send me a format today for a seminar paper. Well, I insisted. I said, go and get me a format. Okay, because I've done it before that after I finished writing, the person submitted. This person now said, this is not how I want it to. This person now sent a format. She now sent it again. And I started again from beginning. So I made it a policy. You must have a format. If you don't have one, I will send you one. And you must confirm that this format is what you are going to use. If you come back and you change it, you pay more money. So if clear step-by-step guide for writing conference and seminar papers is format. But if you are going to write conference paper and seminar papers, your paper should have research gap. Your paper should have problem. And then after that, you cannot determine, do you want to do quantitative or qualitative for it or mixed method? And then what's the structure of the paper? Is it introduction, methodology, result, and conclusion? Or you want to have introduction, literature review, result, and conclusion? Are you doing a systematic review? Okay, so these are all the things that you need to figure out. And sometimes you need to ask a supervisor or ask the person that puts you on the road that you should go and write a conference paper or a seminar paper. What do they want? How do they want it to look like? You understand? So I can't really help you to give you a suitable format like that. But if you know how to do research, then you should not have a problem. Once you have a format, you should not have a problem. But the first thing is that you don't do a seminar paper without a problem. They will talk down on you. Get your problem right. Get your problem. Have a problem. Then from the problem, you now have a topic. Then from the topic, you now have a gap. The gap will not affect the objective. Okay, so please, can I have a recorded copy? Of course. Okay, since the algorithm on this AI stuff can only be removed by Humanizer, which one do you recommend, both paid and free? I can't tell you that. It's part of my paid course. Sorry. You're not going to get me to tell you. But you can use keyboards as your Humanizer. It's just that they are supposed to have high level of AI in your work. Okay. But if you want to have a good Humanizer, you still have to pay for it, actually. Can AI tools be used to write out tables, figures, and discussion from the data of a study? Of course. Carried out genuine and entered into Excel and SPSS spreadsheet. Oh, definitely. I've used AI to analyze data before, and I said, can you put the data on SPSS file? And it did. And after that, the client said that he wanted the data set on Stata. So I said, can you even put the data on Stata file? And it did. You understand? So it's possible. It's possible. It's very, very possible. But you must know what you are doing actually. If you don't know what you are doing, AI is garbage in, garbage out. If you don't put the right prompt, you get the wrong results. Let me tell you something. It's not good for you to use AI to clean your data. Clean your data yourself. AI cannot do everything for you. That's why I say you must have the knowledge. You must have the knowledge before you want to bring AI into place. AI cannot actually clean data for you. So clean your data yourself. Put it in Excel and send it to any AI that you want to use. And then you keep prompting the AI on what you want to do with the data sets. Anyway, that's kind of, that will be explained in my training, in my AI masterclass training, because how to use AI for data analysis is part of the key part of that training. Is it, if at all possible, can this manuscript be flagged by Turnitin or AI detector tools? Of course, you are going to humanize it. Won't you humanize it? Humanize it. So it can be flagged if you don't humanize. Can AI tools generate manuscripts for publication from completed dissertation if possible? No, really. You have to. Let me get this question very well. Can AI tools generate manuscripts for publication from completed dissertation? You mean that you want to extract journal out from your dissertation? I will say no, and I will say yes. No, in the sense that you are the one that will prompt the AI. Okay. Yes, in the sense that once you prompt the AI, AI will behave. It's a very delicate question. But anyway, I was talking to somebody this morning, the same person that said that the supervisor said should go ahead in publishing his paper. So because we are the one doing his PhD work for him. The guy is very, very smart person. All right, he read his work himself. Even after we send it to him, he's going to read it. So he said, can we turn each of the objective? Okay, he said the supervisor suggested that each of the objectives can be turned to a paper. I said, yes, it's possible. I said that's why people have problem in their research or when they are publishing. Because after they finish their PhD or their master research, the way they put it together, they can't publish each objective. All right. So when I'm working for people, I have it in mind that this person might want to publish like 2 or 3 papers from this research. So I'm thorough with it. Are you with me? So I told him, I said, you can definitely publish each objective of this paper. I was thorough with the literature review. I was thorough with the methodology. Currently now you are collecting your data. But we thorough in your data analysis. So we can extract journals out from this your dissertation. With my knowledge, it can be extracted. I will now bring that knowledge into AI to increase the time frame. You understand? I'll be the one to look at the topic, at the objective. You know what I did for him? The guy has 7 or 8 objectives. Okay. My light just went. But anyway, let's continue our training. All right. Let's continue our training. All right. If you can see hear me, can you signify, please? You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? All right, you can hear me. Okay.
We hear you.
So
we can hear you.
I'll be the one to prompt the AI. I'll be the one to look at the objective and also determine how do we frame this objective to suit the publication institute that we are picking. You understand? The format that they will give us, how do we do that? I'll be the one to look at that. And with my research knowledge, it can be done. But it was the way I put his project together, it will be easier for me. You know what I did? He has 7 or 8 objectives. Under a research problem, each of the objective has a problem. That's what I did for him. Each objective has a problem. So I can turn each objective into a paper since they have their own personal problem. Each objective was discussed in the literature review. So I just need to extract the problem, extract literature review, the methodology, extract it out, the analysis for each objective, I will extract it out. And then I will now come back to introduction to write introduction to flow with the whole objective. And then we have a paper. So I will use AI to increase the speed. Do you get it? So let me quickly run that so that I can round up. When do you correction factors in research? I don't get this question. Can it be used when research has to stop? Sorry, I don't get the question. Let me just go to the next question. Can a completed manuscript be submitted by Grace Allen Institute for the purpose of plagiarism, AI detection and reduction, choosing biology journals, and formatting to fill it? Of course, you can submit it. You can help you to do all these things for you at a particular fee. We can help you out. Since abstract involve finding, okay, the same thing. Can one be granted in research and data analysis? Of course, you can be granted in research and data analysis. It will take time, maybe 2 or 3, 4, 5 months, depending on the time that you have on your hand, but you can be granted. When does one conduct plagiarism tests in research? Anytime. Anytime you can conduct it. If you humanize your research work, is it totally free of AI coming content? Depending on the humanizer that you used. But the plan is to free it from AI algorithm. That's the plan. When do you conduct AI tests for your research work? Personally, I conduct it at the end of the whole work. But sometimes some students will tell me that as they are submitting, their supervisor is also checking it out. So I make the policy that each chapter is being checked. Each chapter is being checked for AI and similarity index. That's plagiarism. How can one tackle the issue of fake citation while using generative AI to write papers? I think I spoke about that yesterday, and I showed us yesterday how you can do that. Which app can we use to humanize AI generated content? We didn't have talked about that. I noticed that when I copy from ChatGPT to MS Word, I see some words bolding and with aesthetic. Does it still remain like that after deleting once the receiver received the document? Yeah, it's remain like that. So you have to adjust it yourself. You have to unburden it yourself. That's why I taught us in the class on Sunday that this is one of the ways to know this content or this write-up is AI written. So once you know that this is how to spot AI, you try to do what? You try to remove it. So you what? You remove it. I want to partner with Turnitin. Course for 1 year. Well, chat me up. Chat me up. You can see what we can work out. Please, if you are to check on the AI content, how much will it cost? Well, if possible, after checking and it's high, will there be an extra cost to reduce? Let me just tell you our services. Checking your work under Turnitin. We give you 2 reports. We give you the plagiarism level reports. We give you the AI level reports. And that is a fee. Okay, I will help you check it. You pay for that. Now, after checking it, you now saw that, wow, I have high level AI. Can you help me reduce it? I will charge you for that too, to help you to reduce it. Some people, they just say, okay, I can reduce it myself. Thank you, sir. Fine. Some will say, please, I can't reduce it. Can you help me out? I will charge you for it. I have a standard cost for that. So that is that. Okay, so there is a specific app that we need to download as and okay. So this person said, if write a whole article from beginning to completion and ask AI to rephrase or polish it also from beginning to ending, will it be flagged as AI? Yes. Either AI writes for you, or paraphrase for you, or polish for you. It will be flagged as AI. How do you use AI for research proposal, research review, and how do you use AI to get objective and questions? Well, you have to attend my training for that. The AI masterclass training, you have to attend it. Okay. Finally, do you use AI for assignments? Of course you can, but you must not humanize very well. For assignments is one of the things that cause problem in UK, in US, and some other countries. Okay, this question say, how can I tailor my manuscript to meet Scopus index? I've mentioned that. What are the expectations of examiners during an internal or external defense? Expectations of examiners during internal and external defense. Well, you must be able to state your problem clearly. You must be able to state your objective clearly. You must be able to tell us how you got your journals. What are the process? You must be able to defend your research methodology. What are the sample size that you used? How do you get the sample size? The location that you picked, how did you get it? Is it that your supervisor gave you, or you just determined to go to that location? All right. They can ask you one simple question. How did you come about this topic? In fact, most students fail on that question. How did you come about this topic? You know, when I'm offering my services for people and they say, please, can you help me write my PhD, my master's? One of the things that I do for them is that after we finish writing everything that it has been approved, the person has submitted, and the person is going for defense. We conduct defense for them before going for the real defense. And I ask them question, how did you come about this topic? And I tell them, don't ever say your supervisor gave you the topic. No, that's not an answer. Because once you say that, you are not owing up to the research that you did. Your supervisor might have given you a topic, but it's your topic. So you must know how to frame your answer. So if they ask you that question, how did you come about this topic? Then you tell them the problem of the topic. I noticed that this problem is very common in this field. All right, these have been happening so far. So I decided that, okay, I met my supervisor on it, and we decided that, okay, this topic will solve this particular problem. Simple. Or you can go in the line of research gap. But don't ever say that my supervisor gave me this topic. Are you with me? So also you must be able to defend your data analysis techniques. They want to know this technique that you're using for this objective, how did you come about them? Your analysis, who did it for you? Did you actually go to field? Did you collect data? All these things you must be able to explain and defend them. Okay, so that is that. How do I position my research within global literatures while focusing on Nigeria? Publish with Scopus. That's my only answer for you. Publish with Scopus. What distinguishes a Q1 journal ready paper from a standard academic article? Q1 journal ready paper. There's really nothing that separate them. What separates them is where you publish it. You publish it at a Q1 journal paper. Let me tell you something. Two of us can write a paper. Where I publish it will determine the quality of my paper. You understand? You can publish locally. Locally means that they might not vet your references, they might not vet your citation, they might not really go through your work like that. They'll just accept it. You pay some small amount of money and they'll publish it. Publishing internationally, like in Scopus, Sprinkler, they will vet your work. So by the time they publish your work and people see it online, they will give you the accreditation that you deserve. It means that this person have gone through a lot of work for this paper to be ready and to be published by this people. Are you with me? So what makes a Q1 paper is where you publish it. Okay, it's where you publish it. How can I convert my thesis into multiple publishing journal, Bob? You have to attend my training on that. How do I identify whether a journal is truly Scopus index and high impact journal? They usually put it, there's a place in journals you see it. Well, I don't have the time to show you right now, but you should chat me. If you're on this line, chat me up. Well, I will see how I can help you out in differentiating them. Okay. Finding research gaps, is it the intervention that will be the gap or the population? I've just said it today. Any of them can be, population can be the research gap. Yeah, it's part of the research gap based on methodology. Intervention can be a research gap also. You see, research gap is what others have done minus what you are doing. Or what you are doing minus what others have done. Others have gone in this direction. You are going in this direction. That's research gap. The difference is it's research gap that tells us that we are not doing the same thing. Three people can have the same topic and they are looking at different problems. They are looking at different population. One is looking at civil servants, the same topic, but civil servants. The same topic doesn't focus on youths. The same topic very focused on mothers. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
So, how do I design my question section on knowledge where you should chat me up? That's like how to design a questionnaire. That's what you're asking me. Okay. Most importantly, please, can you take up my work? Of course, you can chat me up. I can take up your work. I'm studying for a PhD. Yes, you can chat me up. This person said, can you show us some practical example of the use of AI for statistical analysis? No, I can't show you. It starts part of my training, my AI masterclass training. Okay. All right. This is the end of the questions. I hope you are blessed. I hope you gain one or two things from this question and answer this evening. Okay. Let me just quickly tell us something. The trainings that are coming up, they are quite very interesting. The AI masterclass for research and data analysis, we've seen it on the page. Next month, we are going to have trainings on project writing for masters and PhD, trainings on writing and publishing of journals, training on data analysis on SPSS, and data analysis on Stata. That will be next month. Okay. Upper month, we are going to have research diploma course. That's for people that you fully want to understand research. But that's research diploma course comes with internship and comes with certification that is recognized outside Nigeria in Europe. Okay, so it's a 6 month course. Research diploma course is 6 months. The fee is not too much. Okay, but it will be like it's like a school. It's like a school. Okay, I believe that after you finish that research diploma course, well, I'm telling you, you should get fantastic jobs offer. Okay, well, so that's the breakdown of the training that are coming up. All right. So, but if you have questions, you can chat me up, you can message me. If I'm not too busy, I will answer you. If I'm too busy, you can flash me. I'll tell you the time that I will respond to your chats. Okay. So if you have any other question, let me see. Let me check my WhatsApp message. If there are questions there for me. Okay, is there a question on this page? For me. Okay, I'm unable to see chats. I don't know why the chat is not coming up. Okay, but it's fine. It's fine. If I don't answer your question, just chat me up. Okay, someone says that check the chat for live questions. Well, I'm checking it. I can't find it. My stuff is not displaying it. We have to readjust. Come here, please. Well, since I told everybody to send their question through the mail, am I obliged to check your question now on chat? Okay, I'm coming. All right, so I've opened it. Please pardon me to offer my question. Please, do you train on analysis experimental data, R and GenStat packages? When we train on experimental data, we train on it. We train on R, but GenStat, no, we do not. We do not. We do not. At least not at the moment, anyway. Do you know that research interest in the first thing you must first discover, follow my cycle? Yes. Maybe you have not been following the group. I believe the webinar is on AI. Okay. You know the implication of it, Ma. Okay, I don't know. Who are you talking to? I don't think I'm the one.
And he said to them, love your neighbor as yourself, for this is the fullness of the law and the prophets. So look at the friend. Looks like we have a guest this morning.
Okay, you don't have to fight on this page. All right, well, thank you, everyone. At the end of the webinar, you will not notice that we didn't learn anything about how to support in AI writing. Okay, if you didn't learn anything, that's you actually. Please can we focus on the okay, please. So I think yesterday on Sunday we dealt with AI writing. Am I right? And today was question and answer. So that was very clear. That was very, very clear. So there is no issue on that. Tonight is question and answer. Okay. Almost all these questions that I've actually asked, I've answered them. Okay, how do you download journals that are locked? Don't have open access without having institutional password. Well, AI can help you do that. Yes, AI can help you do that. I think I addressed that in my training, or let me say, the upcoming AI masterclass to be addressed. It will be part of the downloaded journals with AI. Okay, so part of the course. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, everyone. For further information on these trainings and other trainings that will be coming up, I will post on our WhatsApp group. There will be another free training next month. Okay, I won't tell us the topic of that free training now. I won't tell us, but another free training will come up next month. So be on the watch out for that. So make sure you are still on that page. Okay. Make sure you are still on that page. And then by the ending of next month, there will be a training on Excel. How do you use Excel for data analysis? Okay, there will be a training on Excel. But anyway, all the trainings will be posted on the page. Both the free training and the paid training. The Excel training will be a free training. How do you use Excel for data analysis? Also in the research world, is also a free training. So all the free trainings and the paid training will be posted on the page, and the cost and everything. So people can choose the one they want to attend. Okay, so there's no question again. Okay, thank you, everyone. Good night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.